Hello and welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Today we're here with Greg Marcus from Rhinotech, and he's here to introduce us to a very cool product line called Rhino Clean Green. This is an environmentally safe product that they have developed within the past year or so.
That's approximately right.
And we're going to give you a brief rundown of the complete line and talk a little bit about what each product will do for you. So, Greg, what can you tell us about the product?
As a company, we decided some time ago that we had to be on a much more friendly basis. You know, our industry uses a lot of different chemicals in the process. What we've done is put together a product group that will do the purpose but not have the same effects that some of the other products in the market will. Subsequently, it's a limited line. It's designed specifically for all aspects of screen printing, but really we're looking at the smaller shop, people working out of their garage, people working out of their homes, small storefronts. And when they're putting things down the drain, it becomes extremely critical, particularly if it's going into a septic field. We don't want to kill all those germs in there.
Right. Many of you out there are working at home, so this is something that you would be interested in.
Right. So within our product group, we have 6 of them here that we wanted to take a little bit more specific look at. And I guess we should start out at the beginning with a degreaser.
Right. Let's start at the beginning. You got to degrease the screen and get it ready to coat with emulsion. So what do you have there? Well,
we have this particular product here, which is our DGG2200. Meaning Degreaser green. It's a ready-to-use product. At that point, and I might add right here as well that, you know, people buy brand new screens and they think they're ready to go.
Right.
Well, they're not. Obviously, every time you're going to take that screen and you're going to prep it for coating, you want to degrease it to make sure that we get rid of all of the finger oils and purely the aspects of dust and so forth, so that you end up with a good system. So that's where we start out with that particular product. From that point, we go into our printing process and we're printing, and as we all know, we end up with a smudge or something like that, or we need to do a color change, so we go into a press wash. This is PWG 122.
So that's designed to use on press while you're printing.
Correct.
Okay.
And the 122 also designates approximately what the flash point is. So it's a non-flammable product, but yet it will flash off the screen rapidly so that you can get right back to your printing process.
That's excellent. Non-flammable, that's probably a very good thing for you home printers.
Exactly. From there, I guess once we finished our job, the next aspect is the one thing that none of us like to do, which is to get that ink off the screen.
Cleanup time.
Yeah, exactly. So we have 2 different products within the family. We have our SWG 145C. This particular product happens to be a citrus-based product. And we have our SWG 305. And again, those numbers relate to flash points. This one is also the 305 is also a soy-based product.
Okay.
So there's a choice there. But being a screen wash / ink degradant is designed so that once it's put onto the screen, it emulsifies the ink rapidly, and at the same time, when you go to rinse it, because it has an emulsifier base in it, it'll rinse off the screen nicely. Okay. Unlike a press wash.
Right.
You know, because we don't want to have that in this particular product because it'll leave a residue on the screen in your printing process.
So these 2 here, which one of these you could actually use in the washout booth? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
These 2 you could take the screen over to the washout booth, as I think I've demonstrated before, and rinse your ink off that way rather than, you know, by hand with a rag.
Exactly. And some people have a preference for one or the other, and so we happen to have 2 within the line. Right. But they both end up doing the same result.
Okay.
Type of thing. From there, we head out to let's remove that stencil.
That's even the worst part. That's like the last thing anybody wants to do.
And so we have our ERG 8500L. This particular product is a ready-to-use product. Some people will dilute it a little bit just to extend out, you know, the range. But the thing to keep in mind is when we do dilute it, it's going to slow down the process to where it's going to start to dissolve that stencil for you.
Right.
So, and of course, this works on capillary film as well as emulsion.
Okay.
So some people will just squirt a little bit on, scrub both sides, let it sit for a few minutes, or do each screen, then come back and rinse it off at that point. Okay. But you should start to see it emulsify that emulsion right away.
All right.
Okay. And I guess the last step would be, and is not in all colors, but you know, you're printing your reds, your blacks. You finish, you get your stencil off, and you're going to have an ink stain left in it.
Right.
Or a ghost image.
We get a lot of questions about stains and haze removing.
Right. And the thing is that if people take this and use it every time, they're not going to get that build-up on their screen. So it's good to get it clean to start with, and then just keep using it as you go along.
This haze remover, so you suggest to use it each time?
I'm suggesting use it each time.
And it's safe. It's safe enough, you know, and friendly enough to the mesh that that's okay.
Absolutely. So it's not going to eat your mesh. You know, you don't have to worry about those types of things.
Right.
Squirt just a little bit on, scrub it in both sides, let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes, and then come back, rinse it off with water. Then you can use your high pressure washer if you have it.
Right.
And the reason I say rinse it off is that, you know, your screen, if you have screens tensioned properly, they're like a drum. And so if you hit it with your pressure washer right away, it could come splashing back at you.
Right.
And so subsequently just rinse it off and then pressure washer. And if you don't have a pressure washer, I do recommend getting one.
Yes, absolutely. You know, for reclaiming, dehazing, you know, pressure washer is an essential tool.
Absolutely. And a lot of that is that in your mesh you have your knuckles where the fibers overlap.
Right.
And with that pressure, it moves them around and it gets in there so we can get rid of that.
Freeze the emulsion, blows it out of there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a question I get a lot, and a lot of people who have problems with reclaiming, that's often the case, is they're just not using a pressure washer.
Exactly.
So,
and so that's the short group in our family of products. There are 1 or 2 other products, but we try to simplify this, keep it simple. We're in the textile side of the industry. So you have your degreaser, you have a press wash for textile inks, you have your screen wash for your final cleanup, you have your stencil remover, and then your haze remover.
Okay, and so what is there anything more you tell us about environmentally? Like, this is cool for septic systems, you know, obviously the laws will vary from state to state and city to city, but in general, this is a very environmentally safe product.
Absolutely. Okay. And it conforms to the strictest regulations within the country that we know of.
So this would even maybe in California?
It will fit into Southern California.
Okay, that's that's a bonus. So if it works in California, that's almost like a test for the rest of the country.
Exactly.
Right?
It seems to be the toughest and always is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's the complete line, and these products, as you know, Rhinotech is one of our print suppliers on the print supplies page. He's one of our vendors, and you can get these products with the Catspit promo code at a discount through the Catspit Productions website. And also, stay tuned to the channel because we are going to do a video, an expanded video on each one of these products and show you a demonstration, a hands-on demonstration, and we'll get to check them out in action. Okay?
Perfect.
So that's it. Greg, thanks a lot for coming in and showing us this product, and I look forward to making some other videos with you about the product. And guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to rate, thumbs up, please subscribe, and you know, stay tuned for future videos about the Rhinotech product. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.